Okay, I'll call to order the Victortown Board meeting of October the 12th. This time I'd ask everyone to please rise for a salute to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible.
Well, we have people that keep coming in, but I think they want to go to the planning board meeting, but it's all right. Maybe not. Okay. Gotta open this thing.
No, we're going right into
Okay.
it. You called to order the meeting.
At this time, it's public hearing. I'll ask the clerk to please read the public hearing notice for public hearing number 1.
A notice for the public hearing to establish the Willis Hill Estates Drainage Improvement Area, scheduled for the 12th day of October at 7 p.m. in the Victortown Hall, was published in the Daily Messenger newspaper on September 30th, 2021, and a copy of the said public hearing is available in the town clerk's office.
Thank you, Karen. This time I ask if there's any members of the public that care to comment on this drainage improvement area extension. Again, I ask if there's any members of the public that care to speak for or against this drainage improvement extension. Okay, public hearing number 1 is closed. Public hearing number 2, adopting the local law to amend Chapter 149, snowmobiles and off-road vehicles. Board members, you'll recall this was before us a number of months ago. I think we remain focused. These our thoughts are the e-bikes, 3 different classifications, 1, 2, and 3. We're supportive of number 1. Class 1 is the more accommodating for our senior population who still want to remain active. No other community is allowing other classifications. Brian, anything you want to add to that? You saw that, right? You saw that.
Thanks, Karen. Just to recap, this was before you a couple months ago. We're not recommending any formative changes to what was originally proposed. It was reviewed again with Victor Hiking Trails, Genesee Regional Off-Road Cyclists, and then again reviewed in our Citizens Advisory Committee. And we just felt that what we have in the local law right now satisfies the intent of the town to be a more accommodating to the Class 1 pedal assist type e-bikes without exposing ourselves to risks involved with allowing all classes in there, which can travel at much greater speeds. Any bicycle, based on the rider capability, could probably travel 30 plus miles an hour, but we felt that promoting a bike with a motor that travels beyond the 20 mile per hour pedal assist Class 1 bikes would be a little bit hasty. So we're comfortable. Drew, do you have anything to add? You were part of that discussion with the CAC.
Yeah, I would just echo what he said. I mean, I think that we discussed this at great length over a couple of months, and I'm very satisfied with the wording.
Great.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Brian?
No.
Okay. Brian, thank you. At this time, if there's any comments from the public for or against adopting this local law? Again, I ask if there's any members of the public that speak for or against this local law. Motion to close the public hearing and reconvene the regular meeting. May I have a motion to do so?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, real quick, first of all, I want to declare Councilman Condon necessarily absent this evening. Reminder that Town Hall will again be a location for early voting here in the main meeting room. Early voting starts the 23rd of October through the 31st. In addition, let's see. As you can see by our back parking lot, there's a reconstruction project going on. I want to thank our highway department. They were over here today. But starting now through the 26th, the small parking lot directly behind Town Hall will be closed. Tuesday, October 19th, the driveway adjacent to the Town Hall and the large rearmost parking lot will be closed for milling. Flaggers will be on site. And on the 25th and 26th of October, both parking lots and the adjacent driveways will be closed for paving. Now, we do know we have early voting during that time, but we do not anticipate, just based on the fact that it's, we'll say, an off cycle from federal and state elections, no offense to board members who are running, that we do anticipate a smaller turnout than previous years. So, and again, thank you to the highway department for taking this project on. Approval of meeting minutes. Meeting minutes from the September 27th town board meeting for your consideration.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
This time I'll ask for payment of bills, manifest number 19. I'll ask our clerk to please introduce them.
Manifest 19 for 2021 in the amount of $121,470.85 has been reviewed by the Victortown Board with the following accounts charged: general townwide, general outside village, highway townwide, sanitary conveyance capital improvement project, the lighting districts of Fishers, Brookwood Meadows, High Point, Cobblestone, Coyle Ridge, Rolling Meadows, Stoneley, and Legacy at the Fairways, S&S Consolidated Sewer Fund, and Trust and Agency.
Thank you, Karen. As you can see up on the big screen, we've identified expenditures that are in the range of or exceed $5,000. Payment number one is to Integrated Systems. This is for the September hosting and 40% deposit on new security camera systems. Payment next is to Harris Beach, August and September legal charges. Payment to LaBelle Associates for August engineering fees and grant writing fees. And the fourth and final payment is payment to Sunoco for August and September fuel charges. Total of the above-mentioned expenditures is $83,846.53. Total town expenditures minus these previous mentioned expenditures equals $37,624.32. Board members, may I have a motion to approve the abstract?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Next on our agenda this evening, privilege of the floor to Robert and Donna Valenti, removal of a tree in a conservation easement. What's the matter?
Wait a minute, I had a note there, Frank. In addition.
So we are here to ask your permission to have a walnut tree removed from the conservation area, which is right behind our yard. We were recently moved to the town of Victor, and we're at the Morel Builders Piper Meadows townhomes. We're the first persons to move in there, and this is a fairly large tree. It's a messy tree. It's dropping walnuts. I didn't know it was a walnut tree until a couple of weeks ago when our yard has been bombarded by walnuts. If any of you have one in your yard, you know they can be pretty messy. Yeah. This is our third house and our third walnut tree. And they seem to be following us. Anyway, in the letter that I wrote to you guys, to the board, it says pretty much everything I need to say here. If you've read it, it expresses my sentiments. One thing that I just provided tonight to Karen is the permission from the builder. The builder owns this portion of the conservation area, I guess, and they're giving us their blessing, although not their money.
Mr. Valenti, just a point of clarification. We were under the impression that your HOA owned that property.
The HOA owns, well, it's the builder's, the builder is still the HOA at this point because it's a brand-new development.
It's still under.
It's still under
There's no
construction.
board or,
We called the HOA, and they said that they had nothing to do with it at this point. It was strictly.
and they
through
pointed you to the
builder.
Morels?
Does everyone have a copy of this? Okay. So, board members, you have a copy from Keith Barker, Director of Purchasing from Morel Builders. I'm giving you approval to remove the one black walnut tree behind your home that we have communicated about. So after having only property adjacent or with 3 walnut trees, you haven't figured out a way how to rid yourselves of these trees? Because Frank just mentioned, and I have one next to me and one behind me, so yes, I spent like 7 wheelbarrow fulls yesterday. I'm still pretty sore.
I must have done about 400 walnuts, and I have some mobility problems, and I paid for it over those next couple of days.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think
they're a mess.
And I agree that the fact that it is what it is, but that they're going to replant trees in place of it is
Yeah.
equally as good, so I have no problems with
We
it.
arranged for that in our contract early on at the time of purchase.
Thank you, Councilman Guyon. Any other feedback? Anyone objecting to the removal?
I'm not objecting, but did
the tree?
Conservation Board weigh in?
No,
I don't want the tree.
I presume not.
Okay.
Al Benedict went out.
Yeah, he was there.
Al did report to the Conservation Board. They didn't actually take any kind of action whatsoever, but that they are aware of it.
Okay.
I don't think that there's a problem with it, and
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I just, following the chain.
Do you need anything from us?
Maybe just a
Your
a
permission.
piece of paper with your permission.
Oh, I think, yes, you have the permission of this board to remove said tree, and we look forward to hearing what type of trees that the Morel Builders plant.
So do we.
Okay?
We'll make our own suggestions.
There you go.
Thank you very
They
much.
can ignore us.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Public comments and concerns, an opportunity for members of the public to address the town board. And Susie and Tina, do you have anyone that's with us virtually? No, okay. Moving to reports of town officials. We have within your packet was the reports of our Parks and Rec Department. And I know Parks and Rec and Highway, and then Keith were involved with the stabilization of the stream bank on Fisher's Park for Irondequoit Creek, and the photos I forwarded to all of you today. If you haven't had a chance, take a look at them. Certainly a lot of unique method of the way they did that with pilings, I think. Okay. So I've Keith's going to bring me over there and give me a bird's eye tour one of these days, so I'm looking forward to that. In addition, I know, Brian, you have a Veterans Appreciation Luncheon coming up on November 10th at the Lodge. And in addition, you have the reports from our Planning and Building Department, Town Clerk. Anything else from the clerk's office? No? Yes? And Finance Director. And ask Finance Director to give us a quick update. They do not.
I will get to these, but from our last workshop, our budget workshop on the 27th, just to let you know, I've updated the tentative budget to make the following adjustments. We added the Lane Road project in there as a $60,000 item. I'm finalized some healthcare costs numbers, so I was able to reduce the budget by, or increase it by 7,000. We actually increased the highway fund fuel due to anticipation, a higher cost of fuel for at least the next year we're looking at, by 18,000. And then the planning department wanted to get a different vehicle that was in their original budget. So we got an estimate from Ford on that, so that was an additional 9,000. However, those expenses were offset by a nice reduction we're going to get from New York State on the retirement fund. It's going to, for next year, it's going to come down 189,000. Reason why it's coming down, we're having some people retire at the different tier 3 levels and 4s and replaced with tier 6s. So it's a significant decline in cost for retirement. So all in all, you'll notice, and I'll send these out to you guys, that the tentative budget was reduced from $14,079,242 to $13,784,936. And we also, the tax rate stayed exactly the same. So there's some minor changes. And the other thing I wanted to remind you, I think we decided we don't need a workshop meeting next week. Is that correct? Okay. So on the 25th, there will be the public hearing of the budget, and hopefully a possible adoption of that day. So I will email you guys the updated preliminary budget now, along with my memo here for what the changes were I went over tonight. So if you have any questions, give me a call, send me an email. Okay.
Thank you, Rich.
Rich, I'd just like to say, I got to work on a few projects with you over the last couple of months through the budget stuff, and I think you do a really nice job, and I appreciate what you're doing.
Well, thank you. I enjoy working with everybody, that's for sure.
Okay, next I have supervisors, a number of verbal items and reports. So first I want to recognize in our 2021 Rochester Business Journal Excellence in Construction and Real Estate. I want to identify some of these recipients. So under developers, DeMarco, the DeMarco Group, and under general contractors, DeMarco Constructors, certainly a company that does business in our town, home builders, Reedman Associates, and Antonelli Construction. Moving to individuals, excellence in construction, under architects from Labella Associates, Jessica Cruz, and under interior design and staging, Danielle and Lewis from Labella Associates as well, and project managers, a Robert Miller from O'Connell Electric Company, certainly another Victor business. So congratulations, Steve, and some of your talented employees. Next, at your place setting, should have been the updated September Victor Farmington Ambulance monthly calls for the month of September. You'll see they are certainly rising, and they were very concerning, the length of time that ambulances are now waiting at hospitals because of the lack of staffing within the hospitals and the lack of beds as well. It's not uncommon. I think Strong Memorial, as of Friday morning, last Friday, I think there was like 100 people in the holding area. So very concerning, but certainly an increase in Farmington, number of calls across the board here. In addition, myself and Rich and Supervisor Englesby and Farmington Town Board member Steve Holtz met with the Farmington Victor Ambulance senior leadership on the 5th of October regarding funding, and we told them that what our allocation would be, $150,000 from the town of Victor and $150,000 from the town of Farmington. And that we wanted that money to go towards recruitment and retaining paramedics, as well as adding additional service ambulances out there. So I thought the meeting went well overall, and I think at the end of the day, we had some good dialogue. We told them that this was not a one-year adjustment by us, that we could start the process of the dialogue next year, April, May, and that when we get into the end of the summer, when we're starting our budget process, that we anticipate there'd be some kind of potential growth opportunity for them. So I wanted you to be aware of that. Again, the ARPA, American Rescue Plan Act, we have the amended deadline. It was originally going to be October 31st of this year. It's now been pushed off till April 30th of 2022. We've also created a ARPA Town Committee, which will be assisting us through this process as well, working with myself in finance. As I mentioned, the Town Hall Reconstruction project is underway. Another item, and Susie's posted this on our website, Department of Public Service has identified a company out of New York, ECC. ECC will be conducting online broadband service surveys, in other words, to the gathering data to really find out what are our areas of shortcomings here within New York State. And I know part of the ARPA funding, Ontario County is looking to as well do a countywide broadband. But first we really need to find out how underserved we are in multiple areas within our county. Want to thank the Highway Department again for patching holes at Fisher's Fire District Station Number 1 parking lot. We share portions of this parking lot. The lot for our intention is used for our hikers and walkers. So again, Mark, to you and your team, thank you. And again, I mentioned the Fisher's Streamlined Bank earlier. Board members, on the 25th of this month, will be privilege of the floor granted to Marathon Engineers. Marathon will be representing Mark and Frank DeFelice, and they will be coming before the town board to talk about some apartments over off of 251 over by Finger Lakes Community College, some land that they own over there. So again, just no extra start time for that meeting. I would anticipate, but just under privilege of floor, expect them to be here on the 25th. I will give you a heads up, though. Anticipate, you want to put it on your calendar now, that we will probably have a executive session prior to that our that town board meeting started at 6 o'clock, and the intent there will be to be talking about purchase or lease of property here in the town. Any board members, do you have any committees you'd like to report on?
No consequence.
Okay. Moving to resolutions then.
I would like to make one comment, Jack. I was happy to see that and hear, because I talked to some people, that they were very happy with Rick McGreen when he started out in code enforcement. They're happy with him there. He hit the ground running, and I thought that was great to hear from them, that that's working out in their favor.
You know, I thought, thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, Rick, so he came from the town of Canisius, had some experience there. He was only part-time, couldn't get the full-time status, so, but yeah, he's hit the ground running, and Kim is and her team is very pleased with him. So earlier today, speaking to Kim, I did go and up to the top of High Point to tour that building, Building 300, which Rinaldi's will be turning over. I think it's the end of this month, and I think the company is First American is moving in on starting actually on November 1st. They anticipate they'll have 232 employees to start off with. Incredible building, just from the outside. You drive up the hill, and just the glass is just unbelievable. It is a state-of-the-art building. And right now, talking to Fred Rinaldi Jr., he said, don't worry about Constellation. He said, believe me, after what we build here and what we showcase, this will be an attraction point in itself. But if you get an opportunity to drive up there, and I know he has some townhouses proposed, been here before us a few years ago, and his father's pushing him. He said, where's the townhouses? Because now you got employees up here and no place for them to live. So, okay.
Supervisor, that's actually a first of its kind building for us in the town, as far as a 4-story structure and the amenities as far as emergency services that go along with that. So, through my full-time gig, we got to see that building and go through there and look at the infrastructure as far as rescuing victims and emergencies and calling for help. And it's the first building that has the the Firecom communications system.
I was going to say, I saw the call boxes there.
Yep, and that's the first building in our town to have that. So, as you said, it was a beautiful building with very new features for public service.
So resolution number 1 for your consideration, but I want to change in the title. It says solicit proposals for town professional engineering services, and I certainly don't want Steve to get upset here, but so this is solicit proposals for the Adams Street Extension Project. So solicit proposal for engineering services for the Adams Street Extension Project. That's what it should really read, so.
So moved as amended.
Thank you. We have a second on the
Second.
resolution as amended. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay. Number 2, amend the highway budget, additional CHIPS, Pave New York, and EWR, which I know is the bad winter months. I just can't remember what the full acronym is, so. Surprising amount, and we won't hold our breath, so we'll stay our conservative ways we have in the past, and, because 180 has been the last couple of years, so, of course, we're not going to say no if they want to throw us more money next year. Questions, board members?
Oh, it's good news. So
Yes.
moved.
We have a second? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Item 3, snowplow agreements for the 2021-2022 season. These are the liability waivers. Need a list of the developer, subdivision, and the street name. Questions? Hearing none, a motion to approve this.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 4, request for certificate of liability insurance waivers, and these are for a number of Parks and Rec events.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 5 is the agreement with Mary Slaughter to provide instruction in gymnastics, sports, and games for youths at times.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution number
Ew.
number 6, Bob Stokes, instruction in pickleball.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 7, agreement. This is with Yelena Shapiro, instructions for music, preschool.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 8, Your Day Music. And again, this is for DJ and sound system support.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 9, agreement with Melissa McCabe.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Good point, Frank. We should have blocked them.
Number 10, agreement with ABJ Fire Protection, amount of $1,051.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 12, purchase of crushed stone, shared use path in Victor Municipal Park. Choice will be Hanson Aggregates.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Moving to number 13, drainage improvement area extension. This is following the public hearing held at the beginning of this meeting.
So moved.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
I think you missed 11, maybe.
No, did I miss? I didn't like that one either one.
There we go.
My apologies. Number 11, rental of paver and operator, Victor Municipal Park shared use path project. And again, this would be Pooler Enterprise.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
12, we did prematurely. 13, I think we have a first. Is that offered? No? Okay. Looking for,
So moved.
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Number 14, ordering a public hearing. This is the next.
We just did.
Yeah, 13, yeah.
That's all right.
14. So 14 is the next step in the sewer extension process. This is ordering a public hearing to establish the 378 County Road 9 sewer district.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 15, setting the public hearing. Proposed local law opting out of the allowing on-site cannabis consumption sites in the town is authorized under cannabis law number 4, Article 4.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 16, in tax maps, there'll be updated ones we'll send out to you as well that has been updated. This is setting another public hearing, same date, on the 25th, 7 PM, to amend Chapter 211 zoning to create a cannabis retail dispensary overlay zoning district.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Number 17, again, this is the 2021. 2021, should be the 20, I think it should be the 2022 special assessment
No, it's
rule.
always a year.
It's always a year behind?
always a
Okay,
year
thank you. Should be held on Monday, October 25th, 7 PM.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And setting the public hearing for the 2022 budget, again on the 25th at 7 PM.
So moved.
Second.
Number 19.
Hey, all those in favor?
Oh, yeah,
Aye.
that would help.
Aye.
Aye.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Jesus. Number 19, after public hearing adopting the local law amend Chapter 149 for snowmobiles and off-road vehicles.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Resolution is approved. From the town clerk's office, this is escrow for Victor Chrysler Dodge Ram Jeep, release number 1, releasing the amount of $181,698.10. That'll remain in their escrow, $112,378.15.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Number 20 is passed. Public comments, opportunities for the members of the public or the, for the public to comment. Ladies, anybody? No? Okay. Hearing no comments. Motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.